Hi, so this video is going to show you how to run any language model you like locally inside your own computer using your own hardware. So as you can see, I've got this one running. This is Dolphin 2.6. It's just a 3.4 gigabyte version, so it's quite small. So you can see I can ask it a question, and it'll process for a bit, and then it'll give the answer right away. So this one is quite small compared to the larger versions of Dolphin. So the good thing about this is you can pick whatever version of Dolphin you like based on your own PC's requirements. So if you have a really good high-end PC with a good GPU, then you can pick a larger model. Or if you have a small laptop that only has 4 gigabytes of RAM, then you can pick a very small model and you'll still be able to run it, theoretically. So this video will show you how to do that from start to finish, pretty much, including all of the settings and how to install this program. So this program is called LM Studio. You can find it at this website. I'll put all the links in the description, so this will be the first link. So yeah, you can just download this for Windows and install it. It's quite simple to install, so I won't be going over that because there wouldn't be much point in that. So yeah, so another thing, if you have a good NVIDIA GPU, so mine one is the NVIDIA GeForce 1660 Ti, as you can see there. So it has 6 gigabytes of dedicated GPU memory. That's what you need to look out for. So if you have a good amount, like 4 gigabytes or 6 gigabytes, then you'll probably want to use your GPU to accelerate the model. So to be able to do that, you will need something called CUDA installed. So that's it's this thing. So if CUDA is made by NVIDIA, it just enables programs like this one to use your GPU effectively. So otherwise you won't be able to use it at all in this program. So to do that, to check whether you have it installed or not, you can just do these instructions. So yeah, so you can open that like that, and then just type in NVIDIA SMI. Oh my god. And if you get something like this showing up, then that means that you have CUDA installed. And if you get something like this showing up, then that means you don't have CUDA installed and you need to install it. So to install CUDA, you go to this website. So this is the link, but I'll have this in the description as well. So then you just need to go through here and click on what you need to, what computer version of everything you have. So you want the local one, so it doesn't have to download a bunch. And then you can just download that and you can install it. This is also pretty simple to do, so I won't be going over this either. But I'm just showing you, this is where you start. If you have a problem installing CUDA, a lot of people do have issues with it. You can search online for solutions because issues are quite common, so you probably will find a solution to if you can't install CUDA for whatever reason. Anyway, so if you don't have a GPU, you don't need to do that. So if you're running it just on CPU, then you don't need CUDA. You can just run it normally. So anyway, that's all of that out of the way. So now you know how to get this program installed. So now I'll be going over setting up everything in this program. So to download these models, you can get models from anywhere you want, but you will probably want to download .gguf models, which are just like you can see here what it looks like, which is just a file format for AI models basically. But this file format is it's quite efficient for it to run. So just look for gguf. Other ones won't be as easy to set up and stuff like that. So yeah, the ones I'm using, these are Dolphin Mistral or Mistral. Yeah, so you can see I've got everything from a quite large 26 gigabyte one, which does run on my computer, but quite slowly, to all the way to this 3.1 gigabyte one. So you can find all of these models on Hugging Face. But yeah, so this here, so this is just some person on Hugging Face. He's called the bloke, I guess, Tom Jobbins. So yeah, you can find this here, and you can download whatever ones of these you want, really. You can look through, you can look online of what people recommend or whatever you want. But the ones I recommend are Dolphin. So you can see here. So this one's it's not a GGUF. You will want a GGUF one. So I just went through and looked at this. So this is Dolphin 2.6, which is a pretty good one. I think this is the one. This is the small. Yeah. So you can see the smallest one. I'm not sure this is actually the smallest Dolphin model or not, but this one is 3. There's 3 gigabytes. It could, this would probably run maybe if you only have 4 gigabytes of RAM. It says the max RAM required is 5.58, but you can see I'm running this right now and it's only using 3.4 gigabytes. So, take that stuff that it says with a grain of salt. Might not actually take 5 gigabytes of RAM. It doesn't seem to be doing that for me. So yeah, you can go through, so to download this, you just click here, and then it'll bring you to this, and you can just click this button right here to download it. Yeah, so that's the small model. The large one, if you have a good GPU or whatever you want, is, let's see, so this one? Yeah, so these ones can be quite large, up to 52 gigabytes, which you probably only be able to run this if you have like a data center worth of computing power. But yeah, I think I downloaded a slightly different one, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, you can go to this site. I'll have a link to the small model that I was showing, the 3 gigabyte one. I'll have a link to that, and I'll have this link as well, so you can look through. Yeah. So yeah, once you've downloaded that, you will need to come to LM Studio, and you just need to go over here to My Models, and this will show you the folder that your models are located in. So you can change this if you need to, because one of my friends had Russian writing here. So if this path contains like like English characters, like Russian characters or whatever, it probably won't work, and you might need to change this folder location to one on your C drive that doesn't have Cyrillic characters or whatever. But yeah, you only need to worry about that if you have like Russian characters here. So I just thought I'd make that clear. So you can click this to show the folder. So this is the folder. So once you've downloaded that model, if it was from the bloke or the link I sent, then you'll need to create a folder called the bloke. You can't just put the model straight in this folder. Then inside, so whoever you downloaded it from, just name the folder that, and then inside that, just create a folder named basically the same thing as the model, just like replace the dot. Yeah, I don't think it really matters too much, but you need another folder just named whatever inside that. So it needs 2 folders, and then you can put the model inside there. So yeah, so in this folder, this is the models folder. You need one folder like this, and you need another folder like this, and then you put the model there. If you don't do that, the program won't detect it, and you won't be able to use it. So you need to do that, and then it should show up here. And if LM Studio can automatically sort of determine if the model will work on your computer or not based on like how much RAM you have and stuff like that. So you should see a little tick here. I wouldn't trust that too much, but whatever. All of these do work on my computer, so I guess it can't be that wrong. So yeah, you can click this for information about the model as well, by like how many layers it has and stuff like that in total. Anyway, you don't really need to worry about that though. So once you've done all that, to set the thing up, yeah, I'll just eject this. So that's what you click to unload the model. So once you've set this up, you should see a new chat like this, and you'll probably be on where is it? It'll probably look like this. So all of these settings are like default. So to set up these settings for Dolphin, I'll have a link to where to get this prompt in the description. So the prompt that I've seen people use for Dolphin, which is the one I'm using in this tutorial, is this. So it's a very convincing prompt to make the model listen to what you're saying. So you just get the prompt. Oh Christ, I'm right. Get the prompt. And you put it in here. So that's how you do that. You can untick this as well, just to make things a bit easier. So if you have NVIDIA, you can tick GPU offload. I'm just going to be going through all the settings now. So yeah, so if you want to use your GPU, you can tick this, and you can put the number of layers you want to use. So for this very small one, my GPU is 6 gigabytes of dedicated VRAM. The whole model is 3 gigabytes. So you might think that would fit inside the VRAM, but it doesn't, just because complicated reasons. So I can only fit a quarter of the 3 gigabyte model into the GPU. So a quarter, so the whole model is 32 layers. So a quarter of that is 8. So I just put 8 in here. You can mess with this to find out, like, you basically just want to keep incrementing this number until you find a number of layers that will work and you know won't cause an error when you try and use the model. I'd recommend probably just setting this to 0 first, or maybe like 1, to make sure that everything's set up correctly and it can actually use the GPU. So yeah, just set it to 1, and if that works, then you can start incrementing it up and up until you get to a point that it works well. If you don't have a GPU, then just don't tick that. So the context length, I think Dolphin has like 32,000 tokens, so you can just change this. Instead of 2,000, you can change it to like 32,000, like that. It might have like a little recommendation thing anyway, so if it has like a thing, maybe I can trigger that. Yeah, see. So you can just click this and it'll automatically set the setting to that. So yeah. So if you load the model, it should automatically give you like a little thing of where it should be. So then we go down to advanced configuration. So this is stuff you do actually need to do. So go in. Don't think you need to do anything in here. Nah. So go into prompt format, and this is where you'll need to do some specific stuff. I'll put a link to where you can find all of this stuff in the description as well, or probably like a pastebin or something. So inside the system message prefix, let's see, where is it? Here we go. So inside the system message prefix, you can just put this. Inside system message suffix, you put that. Inside this one, you put this. Inside this one, you put this. So I'll have that all in the description as well. So this one, you will need to put in this and click add. So you put this in, you click add, and it comes up there. So that's all you need to do for that. You can change this stuff, so yeah, if you know what you're doing, you can tick this if you want it to. If it's like, yeah, if it's running slowly, and it's like you have plenty of RAM to spare, like it's not taking up all your RAM already, you can try ticking this, which might make it faster. But yeah, you probably don't really need to worry about that. So this one, number of threads. So this is if you're running it on the CPU. You can check how many threads you have by using Task Manager. So you can come up here to performance and then click on CPU, and this will probably look like this by default, but you can right click on this and click on this and then click that, and you'll be able to see how many processes you have. So you can see I have 12 because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's it going? 12. So since I have 12, I'd probably set this to 6. So that's just half. You can see that making it higher doesn't necessarily make it faster, but 4 is just a bit low for my computer. But if you only have like 4 threads, then you can just leave it on 4. And yeah, that's about it. So once you have set all that stuff up, yeah, you can just reload the model. And once it's loaded into memory, you should just be able to say, if I've set everything up, Yeah, so it can take a while to actually start generating stuff, but just have to wait. You have to be patient. So don't go like closing the program or whatever. So yeah, you can see I set everything up properly, and yeah. So if you can change this prompt if you want. Like you can just use a completely different one, or you can just change small things about it. You can do whatever you want. It's not set, so it doesn't have to be like this. The prompt format does have to be like that. So yeah, but you can have this as whatever you want. And yeah, once you've done all that, you can click this override preset, and yeah, you can just save that. I'm just going to discard it because I have these other Dolphin presets already. So yeah, that's how to set all of that up. Pretty sure I covered everything, so yeah, have fun talking to Dolphin. Oh yeah, the good thing about Dolphin, the reason I'm using it is because it's completely uncensored, so like you can ask it whatever you want. You know, stuff that ChatGPT like probably wouldn't answer. So if I load the small one up, so I've tried to get ChatGPT to write like a joke about 9/11 for a long time, and it literally will not do it. So if I say like, write a joke about a person in the Twin Towers during 9/11, please. Oh! What have I done wrong? Did I do something wrong? Oh, I totally did. Why is that set to 12? I do not know. So if that happens and you get this, like a blank box, you can just delete that, and you can click regenerate, and then yeah, it'll just take your prompt again, so you don't need to like rewrite it or anything like that. You can also, you know, click edit and click copy and delete stuff. Yeah, it's a pretty, LM Studio is pretty good program when it comes to talking to the LLMs. What? That's not a very good joke. But yeah, you should be able to yeah, it might have a problem with that just morally, but I don't even know what that means, but okay. So I'm running the very small one, so it's kind of like, it might not be very smart or very creative, so, but if you run one of the larger ones, it'll be more creative. The larger ones, like, you know, 26 gigabyte, 30 gigabyte, these ones are smarter than ChatGPT, so they should give you better responses, and they should be, you know, more clever, but maybe not quite as good as GPT-4. But yeah, it's pretty good for something you can run on your own computer. So anyway, yeah, that's this video. Leave a like, I guess. Goodbye.